What would you like to do if money were no object? I will say to him, you do that, and forget the money. Because if you say that getting the money is the most important thing, you will spend your life completely wasting your time. You'll be doing things you don't like doing in order to go on living, that is, to go on doing things you don't like doing, which is stupid. It's absolutely stupid to spend your time doing things you don't like in order to go on spending things you don't like, doing things you don't like, and to teach your children to follow in the same track. See, what we're doing is we're bringing up children and educating them to live the same sort of lives we're living, in order that they may justify themselves and find satisfaction in life by bringing up their children, to bring up their children to do the same thing, so it's all retch and no vomit. It never gets there. And so, therefore, it's so important to consider this question: what do I desire?
Less than 12 months ago, that from Alan Watts really hit home. I had everything that I thought I wanted: the six-figure salary, the corporate title, the equity tie-in, the prestige. From outside, I was winning, but inside, I was restless, I was disconnected, and if I'm being brutally honest, I was bored shitless. So I did something that most people wouldn't dream of. I walked away from it all. No backup plan, no income, no corporate safety net, and I went from six figures to nothing, zero overnight. And in this video, I'm going to share with you the three biggest lessons that I've learned since making that leap. Lessons about identity, success, fear, and what it really means to bet on yourself. Okay, so let's get into it. There are moments in your life that really stick with you, or at least there have been a few for me anyway, and you don't really realize it at the time. One of those moments for me was sitting in a board meeting, everybody's nodding, talking strategy, narratives, KPIs, and I'm smiling as I say this because I remember thinking at the time, these numbers are bullshit. Not because they were wrong, but because they were totally irrelevant to what I was interested in and who I wanted to be. And everybody in the meeting, I think, knew it. Nobody was talking about anything that got anybody fired up. We were spending our time dressing up stories and narratives for stakeholders, and I realized I just didn't believe in it anymore. I remember thinking, this isn't me anymore. Not because I couldn't do the job, but because it just no longer lit me up. I'd changed. I'd already invested a lot in myself, in transforming my body, my habits, my mindset. I'd stopped drinking. I'd dropped weight. I'd dialed into my discipline. But the reality was that Monday mornings were still hitting like a punch in the gut. You know, I'd built a successful version of me, but I knew I was still living levels below who I wanted to become. The final push for me, I wrote a vision statement. And in that vision, I said a lot of things, but I said this as well. I said, I'm free. I've started my business. I'm building something of my own. I'm impacting directly the lives of other guys. And the mad part is I'm now living it. Almost to the exact day that I'd future casted in that vision, it started to become real. Not 100%, but real enough. And that's when I knew this wasn't just a pipe dream. It was everything aligning exactly how it needed to be. And people often ask me, you know, wasn't it risky or scary walking away from a secure job like that? Honestly, yes, it was in parts, which made it fucking exciting and energizing. And I didn't just leap blindly. I'd already built a foundation inside, physically, mentally, emotionally. I didn't need more money. I needed more meaning, right? And truthfully, I'd reached a point where I didn't need to prove anything to anyone else anymore. I'd done the thing, I'd played the game, and now it was time to prove something to myself. And that meant going all in onto my coaching business and building something that actually aligned with who I am. So what have I learned from going from six figures to nothing? Well, first of all, I learned pretty quickly that security is addictive, and that's what a lot of people are addicted to, and that's what's keeping them where they currently are, okay? But it's a false god. I used to think that the monthly salaries, that was security, but the real security is within. It's your mindset, it's your discipline, it's your ability to create value yourself. So I reframed it. I reframed it so that I am the asset, not the payslip. The second thing that I learned is that success, air quotes, without self-respect is performative. It's just performance, the title, the business class flights, the polished LinkedIn profile. Literally, none of it matters deep down if you don't respect yourself and the life that you are living. So now I'm building something that I actually believe in and that aligns with my values. The third thing that I learned is that vision gives your pain purpose, okay? Change, and big change specifically, is not easy. There will be doubts. There is doubts. There are hard days. There still are hard days. But when you've got a vision, you know where you are heading, okay? And when your vision is strong enough, your actions start to align automatically. Neuroscience kicks in. You become the person that you want to be, and you know that you can pull it off. So here's what I'll say to anyone who's watching this and might be feeling stuck. If you're waking up with that dull ache, if you're feeling like you're painting the skirting boards whilst the roof is on fire, it might be time to do the scary thing. It's okay to want more. It's okay to want to feel aligned, and it's okay to leave a good life in pursuit of one that actually matters. So if you want help building the mindset, the lifestyle, the career that finally fit with you, I'm here for that. Subscribe for more. Drop me a comment if this resonates, or reach out to me if you want to go all in. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one.